2, 1. And we're live. We did not pick who's going to intro this. We didn't.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the VODcast. We're just jumping straight into it. Of course, I'm Commando, joined by my wonderful co-hosts Badgoblin and Edge.
Damn right.
And actually, speaking of Badgoblin, some news.
You're a
I
big
think we're
shot
gonna
now.
jump straight into it. Yeah.
Dude, they put my ass in charge.
They put
That's
his ass
crazy.
in charge.
He's
tell
so
you-
cool.
Let me tell you, that's crazy. I give this org about 3 weeks. Maybe 4 if I really push it. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I'm a big NISD fan. I was super honored to receive the opportunity. I've been a fan of IFT since day one. Accept their badges. The badges are shit. And guess what? I can change that now. There's gonna be new badges. The badges aren't just gonna be a recolor of the logo. We're done with that now. But anyway, I'm very excited to be heading this. Gimmick tournaments are a passion of mine that I have not seen realized in the community as much as I feel like they could be. And I don't know. I feel like I'm glad that the org didn't just like die. Like NISD moved on for a bit, but hopefully I'm still gonna be keeping it going and we're gonna be having a good time.
Yeah, that is really good news. As mentions in the chat, that's interesting, dude. When's the bombs tournament?
Y'all want a bombs tournament?
I'd love a
Y'all
bombs
want
tournament.
the nuclear IFT? We might be able to make that happen.
IFT nuclear? Is that what you're calling it? We're getting exclusive?
Look,
Stay tuned.
I'm not leaking anything from the boardroom right now, but if I say this IFT is gonna blow up, you'll know. That's how you'll know.
Where's IFT, baby, where you just play like beginner mode Tetris?
Yes, I love tournaments as long as UC. I want more of those. I really think we were missing that. I want to make tournaments longer.
I mean, yeah. From UC to IFT, like you kind of just need to keep that up, right?
Exactly. I think that the idea of ranked cap gimmick tournaments is like doing a lot. Like there's like IFT UC collabs. Those are great, but that was part of the reason why was because we have additional staff when it's the crossover. But I think I'm gonna focus on trying to come up with more like out there gimmicks. I'm not gonna be afraid to try some wild shit, and some of them are gonna be bangers, and some of them are, you know.
We're gonna get Dementio on this, and it's just gonna be Zone and Tetrio.
I might have kidnapped Dementio.
See,
you
we don't know
seen
when's the
some
last
Rise
time that
24
you've
hours?
heard from Dementio. Anyone in chat? When's the last time?
Literally
That's
yesterday.
All I'm saying is
Literally, he was there
SSL
yesterday
3 ended, and then what? Where'd he go? Where'd he go?
to bed.
Where'd he go?
To bed, dude.
I think that's a code word, Commando.
Yeah, he had to.
I think that means
sleep.
something
He
else.
He had to. He was unconscious for a while, so I guess that's not incorrect.
Okay.
Oh my god, dude.
Oh.
We're how long into this? We're 3 minutes into the episode and we're already making kidnapping jokes? Let's
Yeah,
go,
man, I
dude.
love-
Brand safe
I have-
podcast.
IFTH. The H stands for help me. I am stuck in the basement.
Ads putting in chat. IFTB, Infinite Finesse, Badgoblin's Unhinged Edition. I would like to formally say I will not be running an unhinged IFT gimmick tournament under my own name because PK was already dumb enough to let me do that with their org. So guess what? You're fucked now. I'm acquiring them day by day. The gimmicks will spread throughout the community and you can't stop them. We're done with legitimate tournaments. It's all gonna be nonsense.
I mean,
But-
I'm in.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know.
I'm ready
I
for that
think
because
it's-
IFT gimmicks have always been ones that I really liked.
I'm here to change that. No,
Badgoblin's about to ruin IFT completely.
it's gonna be great. It's gonna be a blast, and I am very excited to get the over/under on if more than 3 out of the like 20 people with the staff role are willing to stand by me. I think if we got
Yeah,
3
elevate
people, we're
2.
good. Dude, I think that IFT was so sick for having custom music. Can we talk about that for a second? First tournament to do it, custom
No,
soundtrack.
no, you're not. No, you're
Well,
fucking
okay.
not.
First,
Don't
I'm
fucking
just
say
saying-
this.
You know what? Fuck you. First high
actually-
profile tournament to do it. That's my clapback.
First time profile? Okay. Fuck you.
Edge just came in with the actually.
But
You
regardless,
won't take that shit away from me. That's all I'm saying.
I'm gonna
You never
try
take that
to
from me.
Do that going forward. I think that SSL was proof that people are a fan of the custom music, and there's like a lot. There's a lot of producers in the community. Like you'd be surprised. Like there was a lot of different producers in SSL, and that was probably less than half.
I will say that before
of the
SSL, I
producers.
think the custom music shit was like underappreciated. Like when IFT and the Star Cups did it. Like people didn't really think about it until there was like so many songs.
Yeah.
TWC also helped for that because they had a lot of people watching the custom music, and then it was in with all the custom graphics and stuff, and that was appreciated. So I think we're kind of moving into that sort of phase with tournaments as a whole. So
I'm so
yeah,
glad
we
that
can
this
take
is
it on.
happening. This is why I wanted to see when I first did the custom music, and I'm sure that what IFT wanted when they first started doing the custom music too. And yeah, I did know that Nerves, one of the Star Cup soundtrack songs in the SSL, which was really sweet, actually wanted Wiley to reach out to my boy John, aka Dreadnought, to get his music into SSL. And it just happened by happenstance. It wasn't originally supposed to happen, but due to deadlines, we were able to get one of the Star Cup songs in there. By we, I mean John. He did some new looping and stuff on the tracks, and Charo helped put some metadata together for it. Shouts to Charo as well. And yeah, TWC also did a great job at popularizing it as well, even if it was just a few songs as well. Skyfire put together a great arrangement for that, so I'm glad it's catching on now.
In other IFT related news, as for when you can expect the next tournament, who really knows? But my goal is this year. I'm already going to be doing stuff with Survivor 2, but I still want to have at least one IFT by the end of this year. I don't want to take that long, especially because even before, when NISD was less active because of college, stuff like that, there wasn't like that many IFTs. I'm pretty sure the last IFT that ran was like
It was one of the TWC ones,
XUC.
right? Or no, it was
I
that
think-
one.
Yeah, I think that was the last one that ran, and I want to get back to some gimmicks. So yeah.
You can definitely run more than one by the end of the year. You have like 8 months. There's definitely
I
time.
absolutely can, in theory. The question is, am I going to be able to do that and also do other stuff? Because there's plans that I can leak in varying degrees, but I've got some stuff cooking up this year. But I think we can get IFTs forward.
That's gonna be exciting. Always a fan of IFT's comeback. I really enjoy the IFT tournaments. They give me something different to watch. The same old can kind of be repetitive. So this just
especially
gives you something different to look forward to.
Yeah.
for Tetrio.
I think it's healthy for the scene to have an org like IFT because if nothing else, it's something that's there that you can watch that's different. Like even if the production quality is increasing and increasing and increasing, if the content is staying largely the same, eventually people just aren't going to watch it anymore. It's going to get stale. But this
That's
is a
true.
good thing to be there to break stuff up and to be there as a sort of foil to the normal idea of what it's.
Yeah, I know Wiley's talked about this a lot, at least in private, about like how like the focus on content in the community should be less competitive and kind of more focused on showcasing the quirks of the game. I think IFT has always done a good job at balancing the competitiveness with like adding quirks into the formula. Kind of keeps them both in a healthy balance, so it's kind of like it's a nice. I think IFT's a nice like kind of stepping stone where some people like who are hyper competitive can kind of realize the more more like transformative, gimmicky stuff, and then the people who are more casual, IFT could be a good first chance for them to watch competitive. Just because
Yeah.
it's inherently a little bit less serious, which isn't really a bad thing. IFT Zim. This is
It's
what
gonna
I
stand
got
for zone. It's gonna be zone.
Look at that.
I
There
don't
you
know
go.
if we're gonna keep the IFT letter thing. I was never a huge fan of the like IFT colon letter scheme because there's two main problems. Problem one is you're gonna run out of letters eventually. You're gonna have to start doing
Oh.
really long combos.
Oh, Bad Goblin's gonna go into numbers next. Uh-oh.
And number two, this is the major problem for me: overlap. So much of the various things you can change about the game start with the same letter. Stack, spike, SS. You want to change either of those things? One of them got to be like SP or something, and that's already
You
bad.
can be more creative than that.
I think we're gonna have actual tournament names, and that's gonna be my creativity.
What's gonna be crazy is when people get shocked because a lot of people call Infinite Finesse IFT, and when the T disappears, they're gonna like lose their mind. It'll be
Dude, Edge is in my head right now. Edge understands. It is true. The org is truly not called Infinite Finesse Tournaments. That's not what the Discord's name.
There's so many people call it that. It actually kind of
You know why? Because it's 3 letters. There are so many 3-letter acronyms in Tetris. It doesn't.
It's always either 2 or 3. You've got your UCs and your PKs, and you've got your IFTs and
yeah,
your
I was gonna
TSDs.
I was gonna say like look at where the 3-letter acronyms are going. Like TSD is not here anymore, and PK is still here.
Look, I don't
Well,
know.
I'm talking more. I'm
That
talking
bodes
more in
poorly
general.
for the newly created Puzzle Kingdom, Great Britain. That's all I'm saying.
Well, PKGB's
PKJP,
4 letters.
doomed.
That's like in line with TAWS, and they're doing pretty well. So
That's true.
Ads saying
HD.
is
Oh
not a-
well, Hard
that's
Drop
im-
might be the outlier
I thought-
because they. Ooh,
That's implying Hard Drop still does tournaments.
I think
True though. True. That
What?
is true.
Ads coming in here with the nerd glasses, just like, actually, like, bro.
I am aware that all the things you said aren't 3-letter acronyms aren't 3-letter acronyms. I was saying the longer the name, the shorter the lifespan. That was the joke I was. That said, you want a 3-letter? MMC.
I mean, we can also.
Oh,
go
yeah,
into
they're
the
doing
games.
all right. Shoutouts.
You
Exactly.
can also go into the games themselves.
Yeah, what client do you think is dropping next?
That's a good question.
This is a good question. I was thinking about this today. I was like, we're kind of due for something, like different. We're due for something new.
Look, I have thoughts about this.
You have thoughts,
And I don't
Hit
think
us.
people are gonna want to hear it, but I got thoughts about it.
I want to hear him. Share them.
Share 'em, spill the tea.
Let me tell you, the current active player base of Tetris Roblox has grown exponentially
Is this true?
over
Hold
the
on.
past months. We went from no players per day to double digits.
Oh, I
And
thought
that
I thought
game-
you were gonna say like 600 people are playing this
Oh,
every
hell
day.
no. Hell no. It's still a
Hell,
Roblox
double
game. It still has
digits.
no events. But it grew without any help, any event, any coverage, and it still gets active updates and gets community feedback because it's run by isn't it run by AZN or something?
Yes.
Yeah. So it gets active remedy, and I'm not gonna lie, it's a good client. It's probably one of, if not straight up, my favorite stacker client. It's mad fun to play.
Okay, Badgoblin. There's no
It
way.
handles really well. It sounds good. It looks fine. You don't see Roblox characters when you're in the game. The modes work, and there's more of them. I
Yeah,
don't know.
next PK tournament's gonna be in Nolpo. So okay.
Nopo was heat, dude. All right.
Nolpo is heat.
Blockbox. Hey. Bring it back. That's all I'm saying.
We're gonna take it one step further and do Tetris Party Deluxe. How about that?
Tetris Party Deluxe has like gotten mild attention. Like,
You know why? Cause it's good. Notris Foes. I wish Notris Foes got like, anything more to it, other than like, oh, you can play these like single player.
yeah, No Source had high potential. The multiplayer works, but if you have more than 2 players in a game, it fucks up.
PPT 3DS. I think that I got some bad news for you, Chief.
Yeah, we
I
are
think
very close to that not working anymore.
I think it's
But
literally
also,
tomorrow.
even at peak, why would you play PPT on 3DS?
Of course, they're ending it on the day of a solar eclipse. Don't you think that's kind of poetic?
Yeah, the game got eclipsed. TEC.
Well, I mean, it got a sequel. That in itself is an eclipse.
The sequel also got eclipsed.
I mean, I won't argue with you.
Yeah, do you think if you ran TEC on a 3DS, it would melt?
I think if you were in TEC on a
Didn't
3DS, it
Jaden
just
do that
wouldn't
already?
open.
Didn't Jaden already post a picture of like her playing TC on a 3DS?
That's got to be edited. That's got to be a doctored photo.
No, it wasn't. I don't think
Not
it was.
seen me
Hold
on
on.
a Samsung
There's no
smart fridge
fucking
in Tetris
way.
Effect.
It looked. I don't.
Ads, I'm not.
I have to
renaming
find it on Jaden's Twitter.
Or sorry, I am
Media.
renaming it. It's IF now.
It always was IF.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah. Here we go. Okay. I'm gonna send the link. Here.
I'm gonna freak out.
It's a video.
Holy shit. Holy shit.
That's gotta be Jade just playing a YouTube video.
I don't think it is.
No, it isn't. Look at the inputs. No way Jaden memorizes an input sequence and times it to the second to play over the video.
No, this is absolutely something she would do.
I believe it. I'll be honest. That said, this is crunchy.
It is.
It is. It is
point.
very crunchy.
But I have one of those
wanna-
like, Tetris keychains.
you want-
You know the like blue egg
Everyone's
shaped keychains?
asking to see this. This is a video Jaden posted like months ago. This was in February.
Hold on, I'll find a way to show the stream.
Good podcast. We can't see the video. I mean, for most podcasts,
Listen,
you don't see video at all.
If you're an audio listener, you aren't seeing shit. Okay, that's just how it works. Okay.
So imagine a 3DS and then imagine.
This is
TC
where I
on
throw
it.
shade at the H3 podcast because they keep reacting to videos and it's actually shit because of it.
At that point, just call it the H3 Talk Show, man.
Okay, but the concept of like listening to people react without seeing it actually sounds very like abstractly funny.
It wasn't funny though. That's the problem.
Well, that just means they're bad react.
But yeah, here it is. I love how you can see the 3DS is just like wow.
I truly wonder how this was done.
That's
Do you
the
think it's
same
like
exact
remote
video-
desktop?
We're gonna... I love how choppy that zone explosion was, though.
It was like fucking 10 FPS.
It's most definitely streamed, but like, shut up.
What is like the worst device that could run TEC? If a 3DS can do it.
If you use Steam Link on like a really shitty device running Android.
Well, in that
Then-
case, it's the Samsung Smart Fridge.
No,
That's the
because the
worst one.
Samsung Smart Fridge has like some capabilities.
Okay, but think
I've
about
seen
the
a-
input. Think about the input. Like, how are we controlling the game?
Actually, that reminds me.
Open the
someone-
fridge to zone.
Actually, no, that reminds me. Someone made this video. This is we're going off on a bit of a tangent, but
Hold on, I got the spike.
no, but the thing, You have to constantly slam your.
That would be funny. Her food
You have
goes
to take
bad.
items in and out of the fridge to fucking control the pieces.
But
That shit's
I
awesome.
remember seeing this video where someone took this weird knockoff translator pen that ran Android and then put Steam Link on it to play like his Steam games. And it was like the most scuffed thing I've ever seen to play games on. And
sounds
that probably
awful.
might be the answer because there's only like 2 buttons.
That's just reminding me of crossover. You know I can play PPT PC now? My MacBook Air. Crossover.
Yeah, and your 7 million like Firefox
Wait,
tab.
is that a
How many
thing?
X tabs?
No. Not in tabs. The real application because of crossover. This shit is goated. Imagine Wine if it was good. And
Okay,
worked.
does it actually work? Because I've considered like
Yes.
going back to the MacBook.
I got turned on to crossover by a friend, and he was like, "The crazy part about this is it actually works," and I didn't believe him at all. And
The
then
thing
I tried
is,
it,
I
and
like.
he was right.
I need it to like. I'd have to research this because like my job involves like streaming kind of graphically intensive games. So imagine if it like worked with like Overwatch 2, if I had like an eGPU, like it would work. Or the GPUs in the MacBook should be fucking good enough for this. Let's be honest. As if so, then I'm gonna be honest. I like Mac laptops more than Windows ones. I just do.
Oh,
Actually,
Firefox
I
is
used
whining
crossover
that I need
today.
to update it. Oh, wham.
For a Steam game, a certain Steam game called Among Us. I got to play
Oh,
on the computer for the first time. Now, you might be wondering, why was I playing Among Us? And that is because for the first time in months, there was a Sussy Sunday today.
he's right.
For real. With players that showed up. The
I was tempted
green
to- I was
Clio
tempted to be
React
like, I was-
came through.
I was tempted to just like reply to it, react to it with Red Puyo thing for no reason, despite the fact that Wumbo did not ask.
Dude, there's mad hating actors in that channel. There's so many doubters in the Sussy Sundays channel.
I'm a doubter. I'll
crazy.
admit it. I definitely doubted.
But we're back now. Actually, I don't know if we're back now. This might have just been good luck, but for at least 1 week, we were back now, and the April Fool's thing was still on, so it was hilarious. Because the Among Us April Fool's is it just makes you really tall, like it just extends your neck a bunch, which
That's
made for
kind of
some
heat
really
though.
interesting
actually.
gameplay. Because you could just like see people through walls. Someone would be walking in a hallway below you, and their giant head would stick up.
That
through-
sounds fun. I might have to tap into this.
Oh my God.
I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna run next week. You might have wished your one shot this
Edge
year.
can just run Among Us. We don't have
Yeah,
to run
I
it
don't
on a
need to
Sunday.
play Sussy Sunday Among Us. I can do
It's not the same.
Edge Us, dude. That
not the
sounds
same.
awful. I know.
Yeah, wait. I'm sorry. The pun you came up with was Edge Us. I'm like just getting around to that. You didn't think of anything else.
Oh,
Oh my god.
bruh, how do you?
Oh my god. I don't know how that got, but that went up. I apologize, dude. I'm gonna get canceled.
Oh my God.
Hey, do you guys remember that
Just do,
time
like,
where I tried to
Zamungus
get
or
canceled because my username's Edge? This is true. Someone actually tried to cancel me for this in the community.
They were fucking real, and
'Cause
they
my
were
name
right.
is-
They were right all along.
It was like
Because
when
your
I was
name
like
is
17 years old, and it was like, your name is Edge, and you're in a community with a lot of minors. I'm like,
Dude.
I'm a minor! I
This
was
guy's
a
gonna
minor when that
Freak
happened.
out when he figures out that people put sex in their username. He's not gonna like that one. He's gonna be fuming when he figures it out. Let me tell you.
I'm not gonna mention the non-zero amount of times people called out my name for being Commando.
Yeah, like, it's just as stupid as that. Oh my god.
Like, chill. If that's the first thing you go towards, then like, please reconsider.
That does reflect a lot more about the person saying. Yeah,
It really does.
but
Who
regardless,
knows?
Sussy Sunday
Regardless,
is back. Asterisk.
I'll be excited to see if it happens next week.
I'm hopeful.
Badgoblin saw the one Among Us ping and was like, "We're so back. We're so back."
No. The ping is all the time. We played the one Among Us session, and we're so bad.
Speaking of April Fools in games, though,
Oh
Tetrio.
yes.
You're right.
I didn't actually play it when it was live. I just saw the bomb gimmick and I was like, "Oh, okay, it's one of these."
Yeah, I mean, it was fun. It was wild.
I mean, yeah, it was fun because it's the bomb gimmick from like, yeah, that was in Worldwide Combos, right? I'm not misremembering that.
Yeah, it wasn't a gimmick. It's just how.
It's
the
just a
garbage
mode in
is.
that one. It's just
I
like
think it's very
legit.
funny that there was there. Oscar's like, this mode is so heat for April Fools. I'm just putting it in the game and just added it to the main game.
This is good.
I
I
would,
prefer bombs over
I
holes.
really wish that Osk would do that with the other ones.
Bro,
Yeah, the
not
nether
the
portal,
single
dude.
Mino on the board though. That shit pissed me off.
Dude, the portal was so dumb.
I fucking love the portal.
The single unclearable Mino, that was also dumb.
Those I was not a fan of the Mino. The portal at least was like funny and annoying.
Yeah, it was
like a
funny
good April
because
Fool's
what
joke.
people did is they would just like shave off parts of the pieces to make perfect clears, and that was crazy.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah, but the like single Mino was just like, I'm just in hell.
Dude, it's just like, nah, dude.
Get this off my board.
Like, what do you even call it?
A Monomino.
Well,
Okay,
it's
yeah,
just
but
like-
like, what do you call the fact
it's
that's
just-
already put on the board?
Poop.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the term. I think.
Just straight
That's
ass.
the term. I think that's what it's called.
Just straight ass. That's what that was. But yeah, I mean, obviously, like during Super Streamer Lobby, that was brought back. That was the first time I actually like played it.
That's also the first time I played it. I didn't play it at all during.
I have to
Quick
say, it was it was really funny. It was really funny seeing like the sheer amount of just lines people would clear at once with that crap. It was dumb.
Yeah, I
There's
played it
also-
on April Fools, but I did not get a chance to be in the Super Streamer lobby because we had a speedrunning event that day. Just
Yeah.
kind of overlapped.
Yeah, there was an interesting round. There was like 4 wide mode with bombs, which was actually pretty interesting because the thing was there was 2 main issues. The first main issue was one, you get garbage in a way where you can't just use it to keep your combo going in the traditional sense. There's no hole in it. So you can't keep that 3 res up. But what it meant was you could theoretically, depending on how you do it, drop combo once and put a piece down that would hit the bombs and you would still have combo because lines would still be cleared by it. So it was a very interesting take on it, which ended up actually developing some pretty cool gameplay. I was miserable at it, but it was fun.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting because you're like the 4-wide guy. Gotta adapt. I want to try that though. I might go back and watch that gameplay because that sounds very, very interesting.
Jameson saying, "I wish I could have played in the streamer lobby." You met Amityville. That's, I mean, I'd say that's worth
That's
it.
kind of a hot topic in itself. That tweet got like 1,000 likes.
Yeah, that tweet blew. I was like, wow, this tweet really blew up.
Jameson has a talent for like making nonsense like blow up on social media. Like
Wait,
Jameson just
I-
type
see,
shit and it'll
I
get
thought that, like,
thousands of
she retweet-
engagements.
I thought that like she retweeted it or something, but I didn't see her name in there.
Yeah, I'm not sure either, but like there's also like that one time where Jameson just posted something relatively basic on the Geometry Dash like subreddit or something.
Yeah, it was calling
like,
people
pop-
fucking dumb for not being able to, or like calling the game dumb or something.
Yeah, speaking of Geometry Dash, can we talk about how Jonathan GD just is a player who hangs out in the Tetria community? That is never not funny to me. Because
I
he's
haven't
like,
heard
he
of
has
this.
2 sides.
I don't
He has,
know
side
about this 'cause
one is he is one of the most famous the highest notoriety Geometry Dash players ever. He's like a very well-known creator. He's made a lot of famous levels. And side 2 is he's like a pretty good Tetrio player who is verified and just kind of hangs out and doesn't really get any recognition.
We want to talk about verified Tetrio players. How about Simple Flips?
Shoutouts to Simple Flips. Please join SSL4. Please join SSL4.
The thing is, I think he was streaming.
He was streaming great, yeah. But Wiley had asked him prior to join SSL to, I believe, no response. But that was just like, he asked in his chat, like, hey, are you going to play in the Tetrio thing? Because he plays Tetrio every so often.
Yeah, well...
but I think he's going to reach out to him more directly.
So it actually threw me off. I was playing one of the... I was watching one of his videos, and then, like, in the middle, there's a Tetrio interlude. I was like, what the hell? Also... Who's the reason he got verified?
I don't remember this. I was told. I don't remember who this.
No, okay, it was okay. So it's just a short story. Simple Flips posted a Tetrio clip, and then immediately replied to the tweet saying, "He's like, if any Tetrio staff reads this, can they please like give me the name Simple Flips?" So I just pinged Zudo, and then boom, it was done.
Look at that Commando, good Samaritan.
I got no recognition for that. I gave Zudo a bunch of clout that day.
Look at that, dude. You're one of us. Working in the background angels.
Everyone. I literally just pinged Zudo. I started off by saying, oh, you could probably just contact Tetrio support and they'd give it to you. Because I'm pretty sure Tetrio staff knows who you are. And then I was like, you know how I can get this done faster? If I just ping Zudo.
This is true. Glad he got verified though. That guy's been like popping off. I don't follow Simple Flips very loosely, but doesn't he have like a fucking law degree?
He's working towards one.
That. Yeah, isn't he like trying to get a law degree while still like doing content full time? That's fucking fire.
That's super impressive.
Law school's not easy.
Yeah.
Especially law school while having another job. And he lost like a ton of weight at the same time.
Dude's going through I don't know. I don't know how to describe it.
But like his real life, he hit every single possible way to improve simultaneously.
Like dude's on that shit, and it's fucking. It's honestly awesome to see.
It is awesome to see. I'm a big fan.
Hell yeah.
Big fan of that stuff.
Shout outs to Simple Flips.
Shout outs to Simple Flips for real. Simple Flips, if you're watching this, please join us.
Simple Flips, you should come on the podcast.
Yeah,
Simple Flips on the podcast would be huge.
Simple Flips truly cannot come on the podcast because I'd be geeking out way too hard. I would not be a good.
Dude, have like a bad goblin like fan cam, and you're like muted, and you're just like squealing.
Simple Flips is talking about
bad goblin's gonna leak nothing. Fan
cam. That's just what's on this side.
I'm just losing my mind over here. It's crazy.
Dude, yeah, it's Simple Flips.
That was some of my childhood watching Simple Flips, specifically like
legit.
The Simple Flips like Mario 64, like not even the good ROM hacks, but like the really shit ROM hacks.
Yeah.
Like just the really bad ROM hacks.
He had those huge bouts of playing PPT as well, and that was also like, I think that was like one of the biggest factors. I was like, oh yeah, this is a game.
Oh my god, I haven't seen enough of Simple Flips. I should honestly watch more of that content. I've heard good things about the guy.
Yeah, I like his content. I think one of my friend groups is like, their sense of humor is just like so like rooted in his humor that it's just like it's crazy. He's such a, I don't know how to put it into words honestly, because it's just like, you know. So unique.
Obviously, I wouldn't know much about it, but it's probably a reason why he has like so many fans. To offer something unique.
1-2 oatmeal.
That's so random.
If you know, you know.
I don't know, but
If you know, you know, and he doesn't. Let me tell you.
that's the truth.
I feel like I could send him a video out of context and he would just not understand.
You could. So we have another interesting thing to bring up, which I think at least Commando was on commentary for. We wanted to talk about this Tetrio journey that happened recently.
Oh yeah, Tetrio Journey.
Happened last weekend.
Yeah, rejuvenation.
Yeah, Tetrio journey.
How did I forget the name already? Why did I say that like with
It's
a question
because
tone?
it's a very similar name. To like in my head, it's very similar to Tetrio Journey Retribution.
Hmm.
And I like keep fucking
There's
them
also
up in my head.
Tetrio Journey.
Tetrio Journey.
Dude,
There's
I
so
hate
many-
that name. I'm not gonna lie. What is Retetrio? What does that mean?
Like ReZero.
I get it, but like I also think ReZero is kind of a weird name, and for anyone who hasn't who isn't super aware of ReZero, it just feels very gatekeepy as a name. Like it's like the same problem as awesome. I'm blanking on the name, and the name is literally the entire trying to. That's incredible. Whatever. There was some prior attorney held by I think PK, which was also
that
like
doesn't narrow it.
very, which was also like based on anime. Like that's what the like graphic design stuff was.
But
based
so like
off
every
of.
PCO.
But then it had a different name. And I was not at all involved in like the PK scene at the time, and I had like seen the tournament. And
The only
like,
one I can.
okay, this is a special event because I just didn't like naturally associate it. So I feel like it can be scary to name something like Retetrio because it's very specifically targeting like the overlap of the Tetra community and the like ReZero, which definitely is there. Like that tournament got players, but you know.
Yeah, I saw the VN bottom bar, and at first I thought it like wasn't working properly, and then I like kept watching. And I was like, "Oh, that's what it's supposed to mean."
Like I remember, I wasn't paying too much attention to it because obviously I was in the middle of commentary. But like whenever I was watching on the side, I would see the text just crawl slowly whenever it's like talking about certain things, and I was like, "Why is it doing that?" Like what? And then I realized it was like, oh, it's a visual novel text.
I saw like I saw like the save and rewind shit at the bottom and like the really small font, and that's what gave it away to me. The text effects itself, I was just like, damn, Willie J was
for me.
Hold on, YouTube deadass kicked me off. Like YouTube deadass kicked me off off the live stream. We're back. We disconnected for like 5 seconds. Okay. What I was saying was, this is the first Tetrio journey where I was not present at all. It was I finally, like, right after I retired from PK, I blew a lot of money on a new computer that could actually run Tetrio tournaments. Fun fact, for the entirety of TWC, I was capture carding Tetrio on a laptop to my computer because my main computer cannot handle encoding a stream and running Tetrio on, like, Medium at the same time. With the video backgrounds. Yeah. Like, it just couldn't do that. So that's how TWC was ran.
Mm-hmm.
And now that I finally had a capable enough computer, I wanted to run the quad stream. But then I had some weird shit going on with my ears, and I couldn't mix any audio. And sometimes I've had head pain, so I was just like, yeah, sorry, Zara, I'm gonna have to sit this one out. And I like slept through the entirety of the tournament, and God, it was such a good feeling, dude. I'm sleeping through a TJ. I just gotta say, I wish I watched it, but at the same time, that shit felt supreme. I did not have to be there.
It's funny because like, I remember biggest Edge fan was in the Twitch chat, and it was like, "Where's Edge?" And I was like, "I think he's out, unfortunately."
Shout out to biggest Edge fan while we're here. Cool guy. But Anyways,
Shoutouts. Also, who the fuck are you?
it's
Edge
between
knows.
two people. It's between two people for sure.
Oh, Edge doesn't. Edge has narrowed it down significantly.
Yeah, I
I'm
have.
curious to figure this out.
One
But
of the candidates actually left the Edge Cord recently, so it might not be
Okay,
them.
well,
oh,
I was gonna say I feel like that should take you out of contention for being the biggest.
But
Edge
they
fan.
still showed up to the stream, so I just like, or not them specifically. The biggest Edge fan
either
still
they're,
showed
they're
up.
trying
but
they're trying to
I don't
get suspicion off of themselves.
know. It could also be a shared identity, like Zer just mentioned. Speaking of, let me check Tetria.tips and see if anyone's messed with that recently. It's still linking to
Oh, yeah.
MTS4. Whoever's updating that, I know you're a VODcast viewer, so you gotta get on that. Hopefully by next time we got something new to look at.
Yeah, there was the but yeah, another thing you missed out on was the losers finals deuce between Vince HD and Promo.
Yeah, I saw that. It was 18-16, right? That was the score. Promo
Yeah.
won it.
Yeah.
Now,
It's funny because it's funny. I mentioned this like when Andrew tweeted it out, but Moose was in chat and he was like, "Can someone check in on Commando? I think he's losing it." I was having the time of my life, honestly. It was crazy with how much back and forth was going on between those two. It was amazing.
I'll show a bit of the top 8 bracket here, just so we can kind of see what's going on. Let me zoom it in for you guys. Because there's some relatively interesting stuff that happened here, which kind of talks about Bankai League, which recently wrapped up, which is kind of another piece of news. We weren't able to stream much of that because it was also kind of during the week where TJ was happening. My ears were fucked up, but we show this little top 8 bracket POV here. Notable thing is like this shakes up like. I feel like this bracket struck up all the normal like tournament expectations, at least that I have. First off, seeing OSW9 low key kind of criminal. So I don't know who was doing that, but fix your fucking
CM
shit.
Dingo. CM Dingo.
CM Dingo seeded
Apple-
this tournament.
Yep.
Why is CM Dingo seeding brackets? No offense to CM Dingo, but why are you seeding brackets?
He's been seeing a
Yeah.
lot, I think.
Apple
I
Orchard
digress.
L? Question mark.
Shout
Yeah,
out
like
to
why
Yeah,
are we
was-
seeing
it
it
on
is
our-
real. I think it really it lies on Ben
Like,
XT because I think he,
Togaya over Westel. That's not a decision that I would have made. But I mean, regardless, I'm like low key out of touch now, so it doesn't matter. I'm just picking
now
on
an old
seeding for
geezer
shit.
out of the-
When I'm the main proponent of the seeding, at a certain point does not matter, and it does not matter here. I'm picking fun.
NXT really should have seeded this bracket FRFR.
But this player Shark here was like out of the community for like 3 years, and randomly like showed back up for Bankai League, was killing it for a while, and apparently also is like cracked at Tetrio now.
Yeah.
Which if I unhide the like completed rounds here, like we can see more of the bracket run. Except this is gonna.
It's
This is
except
gonna be
it's
a
gonna be a
bitch
pain in
to
the ass
sort
because
through.
Battlefy. I hate Battlefy bracket viewing.
Like they beat Duck Life 4 player, which is kind of huge. They beat Togaya, which is kind of huge. Yeah, they had a great run. Who did they lose to in the winner's side? The Battlefy brackets are just like they're so like inflated. You know what I mean? Oh, Tato's actually took them out.
Yeah, and then Vince obviously took over Tato's.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Shark person was in Bankai League. Let me double check though. But I'm 99% sure they were in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, apparently they were an old like PPT head.
That makes sense. I'm trying to figure out, but yeah,
And they're in
there was
Ultima too. Wow, they're just like really back. Yeah, Shark won the A League with only one loss in Bankai this year.
oh, interesting.
Yeah, Shark clapped the A League in Bankai. So cool to see them back. I actually never heard of Shark, even though I was active when they were around. I just didn't see the name when they were active. So it was pretty cool to see. Yeah, shouts to them. Love seeing old players kind of coming back for another rodeo, and clearly they're still very skilled. I wonder if they just played the game quietly but didn't compete for a while. Like that would just be kind of interesting to see. I didn't even know they were playing in Ultima either. But yeah, that's just I guess that wraps up the TJ synopsis.
Yeah.
Not sure if there's anything else that you guys want to bring up. I presume at least
Oh.
Commando is there much more actively.
Oh,
than I
you know
would.
what I want to bring up.
Okay, I actually do know what you want to bring up. We can talk about it now. Run it.
So first and foremost, if you're not up to date on the news, it is past March 31st, 2024, which means that Love Live School Idol Festival 2 in Japan has officially closed. It is gone from Japan. And as a result, I believe a lot of people have been trying to set up private servers, which brings me to this one really entertaining post that I saw on the subreddit. Because I was trying to see if there was anything funny regarding like game bugs or like just numerous issues with this. I mean, I saw someone having connection issues for like the past several days, but that's too vague, and I can't really say anything more about it. But I saw this one post on the subreddit. The title is just, "I'm sorry for asking this." That's the whole title, by the way. Not gonna get straight to the point with it. It's just being like, "Oh, I can't believe I have to ask this, but," and I was like, okay, so it's a vague title. It doesn't have any upvotes. I want to see what this says, and then I read it. I'm just gonna read it out. I'm gonna read it out loud. "I absolutely love Love Live, and I love this game, and I would love to have a private server. I know there's instructions in the Discord, but I'm only 15 and not allowed to have Discord. Sad face. I'm using iOS and not very good with technology. Again, sorry for this because I know everyone is tired of this being asked, but I'm kind of desperate. Thank you."
Can we get him a private server?
Yeah, like come
Can we
on.
make it happen?
I mean,
He
there's
deserves
another
it.
person. Yeah, there's another person asking about the private server. And it's just like, "I don't want to stop playing the game, and it's such a shame that the Japanese version just shut down their servers." First comment on that post is just, "Please delete this, go to the Discord."
Okay, so what were they telling the people who can't have Discord? Like, what were they telling that kid? who
That's why it
couldn't
has
be
no
on?
replies.
So the first comment on it is,
Oh,
this
okay.
this has to be satire. No way you actually watch Love Live but aren't allowed to have Discord.
Oh my god.
And the
He's
response
the world's
is,
first legitimate Love Live viewer.
the response is, "Yeah, no, it's very real. My mom is worried that I'll online date or something. I've been a fan of Love Live since, not since, since, as in like your senses. I've been a fan of Love Live since I downloaded the original game in 4th grade. I do realize it's kind of funny because some of the stuff in Love Live, but actually I don't have a good reason. It's just the situation I'm in."
Bro,
Any
I'm
more
trying to
replies in that
remember.
thread?
That's 4th grade? You're watching Love Live in 4th grade?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I was like eating the sugar in the raw sugar packets in 4th grade. That's crazy.
Sorry, Badgoblin. What?
No, I'm very willing to say that I'm not alone. I'm not even close to
You
alone in
ate
that.
you ate just straight up sugar from
I
sugar packets?
absolutely fucking did. I
You
would
just
devour a sugar
you
in the
just
raw
saw
sugar
packets
packet.
of granulated sugar, and I'm like, oh yes, please.
I would take, yeah, I would actually, so I'm like a cartoon character. I would smell it from far away, and I would get my feet would go up into the air, and I would magically float over to
Oh,
them. I'd be drawn across the room.
bro, the
And
cartoon
then
character ain't
and
no
then I
way.
would say woo wee, and my tongue would go across my entire face, and then I would grab a comically large handful of them, and then I would manage to tear open all of them at once, and then I would hold them over to myself.
I'm not gonna lie, if I saw that in person, like all of the mask, I would scream and
Smoking.
There's something weirder I've done with like food before, but I can't bring myself to say it in front of anyone else. But I'll say eating raw sugar packets is not like it's not the weirdest thing that you could do
I'm
with like
so willing to
sex.
say that because
See, okay.
I wasn't even the only person in that fucking school cafeteria to be doing that. I was like, there's the lunch line, and then there's the line to the area where the packets of sugar and sugar substitutes are. And those are
Wow.
I will
separate
say-
lines.
I will say I tried it one time, but then I immediately stopped because the one time I tried to do it was with a packet of Sweet and Low, and that shit is terrible. Exactly. So I thought like all things that came in those like little sugar packets were just Sweet and Low or something
No.
or like a variant on that, and I was like, I'm never doing that again.
I,
That was a
I only
mistake.
ever did it with sugar in the raw because it's just actually sugar. Like Splenda, miserable.
Oh
don't
yeah,
Yeah.
no,
do that.
absolutely. No, like, why am I talking about this like it's like somewhat
Listen, I don't know why
He's like,
Ed's
and
gonna bring this
speaking of
up.
which, takes out his like giant packet of sugar.
Oh my
You want, hold on. You know what?
Oh my
I knew
god.
it.
All right, so Commander just got up.
This, okay?
Granulated sugar.
The
got
only
the
reason I have
Domino's
this is so I
cylinder.
can put sugar in my tea.
Yeah,
But
that's
like,
what they
as
all
soon as you
say.
started mentioning just eating raw, like packets of just straight up sugar, I just kept like looking at this thing. I have it
Why
for
is he
tea.
doing that?
Anyways, if someone sends me $50, I'll just pour this whole thing down my throat.
guys,
Uh,
guys, oh
Hey,
dude,
what's your PayPal? What's your PayPal? What's your PayPal?
you-
Commando?
If you don't know my PayPal, then
you guys can get Commando's future subathon coming up to a great start. Okay.
Yeah, make that
I
a
might
reward.
make that a
Make that a
donation
reward for the
incentive,
yeah.
I might make
Eat
that a
the
donation.
sugar cylinder.
I'll just take like a spoonful of it and just.
And then there's another
Dude, I was a
donation goal for
weird-
like dentures after you eat some of the sugar.
I was a weird food kid. This is I have more stories.
Oh
so,
boy.
When I was in kindergarten, so this was way younger. First time I went to kindergarten,
Put this away.
I was at PS9 as in a public school.
PlayStation 9.
Yeah, I went to the PlayStation. And now you might be wondering why did I say first time, and that's because I have a November birthday, and so when I switched from public to private school, I had to do kindergarten again because they
Wow.
had different age systems. So even though I did great in kindergarten and knew the material, they're like, no, you can't skip a grade, you have to do it again. So I had to do that shit again, and let me tell you, that was the origination of the fucking class clown Badgoblin. That was how it started. Because I was not engaged anymore. It's like, oh, do you know how to count? You know the letters? And I'm like, I know the letters. So I came up with a solution. Now, at this time, my dad would go on trips much more often than he still does somewhat, but back then he'd be out. And at hotels, what they sometimes give you are two things. They'll sometimes give you little soaps, and they'll sometimes give you a little hot sauce bottle. Now, the former, I didn't care about. I was getting bathed at this time. I don't need tiny soaps. That doesn't interest me. But tiny hot sauce bottle. Now we're on to something. So, he'd bring back these, like, Tabasco bottles that are about this big. And I would pack them in my lunchbox, bring them to school, and instead of, like, putting them on, like, my bologna or, like, using them to, like, add to my food.
I don't like where this is going.
I would like go to my class and be like, "Yeah, I'm gonna drink this. I'm gonna drink this," and people
Okay.
would come stand around me as I drank in one swig the bottle of Tabasco. Now I think I need to add this is my community notes for Twitter, readers added context. I don't like milk. So
Okay.
my beverage of choice was water. If you
Okay.
know anything about water with hot sauce, it makes
That
it
makes it worse.
actively worse. And I knew that, so I didn't drink it.
Okay.
So I would basically drink the bottle of Tabasco and then sit there like for about 20 minutes. And then I did that like every day, at least once a week, for like the entirety of kindergarten. And now there is on my desk, on like the top area of my desk, there's a collection of empty glass tiny Tabasco bottles.
What did your like teachers think of this?
It was fucking lunchtime, man. They didn't care. Like, I'm not even gonna mention the time I tipped a chair and managed to crack my like head open. Like I tipped a chair and it. Actually, I am gonna mention it because I've teased that, and now I know people are gonna be interested. I was a chair tipping kid. I was really good at it, except there was one time when I wasn't good at it. And the one time I wasn't good at it, I tipped the chair too far, and it managed to like get caught. Like so, it was like the legs were against the underside of the table, and that was my insurance. Even if I fuck up tipping the chair, I'm not gonna fall backwards because the chair is gonna hit.
I can already
this.
tell it.
And so what happened was, it did hit the underside of the table, but weirdly, that didn't stop the massive amount of inertia I had. So
So
I
the whole table just
fell under the chair in the process, kicking it basically as I like flounder, and knocking the chair out from under the table, causing the chair to then fall on me and hit me in the head. And then I was like, damn, that was crazy. I mean, I didn't say that, but I like got back up and got back into my seat and was mostly fine. And then a while later, I was working on like a problem or something, and I like scratched my head. And then I was like, there's blood on my.
No
And
one
then I
brought
was like,
this up.
teacher. And a teacher came over, and I still remember the teacher walked over and got midway through a yes. She said, yeah. and that shit got canceled mid-animation. And next thing you know, I was in the hospital getting stitches in my eyebrow, which is just fully like split open. There's like a cut that's like this big.
It's
And
crazy
the
you
wild
could
part
feel
was-
that.
Yeah, the whole time I was fine, no pain, not getting the stitches, not having the injury, no nothing. I was just like, damn.
Dude,
That's
I
really
don't
wild.
know. Like when kids get injured, it's so fucking weird. They either
Yeah.
feel like they hurt a lot or like they don't even know that they have a fucking gash.
I deadass didn't know, and then I came back the next day and started tipping my chair again. I learned nothing.
Dude, like now if I move wrong, I feel some fucking pain.
see, like this goes to
For
show
real,
how
actually, I'm
like
creaky as hell
how
now.
I like either like how like weird Badgoblin was, or like how normal other like I don't know how like milk toast like my weirdest stories are. Because in terms
I
of
just
food
don't have
incidents-
any stories. I'm just fucking boring. Like
because
I'm
in terms
weird.
of food incidents, one time my dad gave me a jar of peanut butter and a spoon.
that's fucking awesome. You know,
That's
I
okay.
used to
Have
do
a
that
peanut
too when I was
butter
at my
and peanut
grandma's
butter.
house.
I ate half of that jar of peanut butter, and then an hour later, I had a really bad stomach ache. I was like 6 years old when this happened.
I used to do that.
Correlation, not causation. Keep eating
Like
peanut
my
butter.
grandma used to like whenever I was at her house, she'd always want me to eat like a couple of tablespoons of peanut butter each day. I was there for some reason.
As a kid, I loved peanut
Take your
butter.
medicine, brown glob.
Imagine if she like stuck shit in there. If she put shit in the bucket.
She
like a-
drug your
Puts a
peanut
pill
butter
in there like your
tablespoons.
like you're giving medicine to your fucking dog.
Yeah, dude. Like I have to get medicine at my little Yorkie who's lived like 4 years past life expectancy, dude. That guy's fucking old. We have to give him like 30 pills. I love my childhood dog. But we make him like really bougie food, like with scrambled eggs and all that, bunch of veggies, some meat in there. Listen,
Yeah,
that guy lives a life.
Yeah, my dog has to have a special diet because like a lot of food she just does not mix well with. I don't know if it's allergies or just straight up
my
just
youngest
me.
dog here at this house also has a sensitive stomach. He has to get special fucking kibble.
But and in terms of like school injuries, like you were talking about how a chair like split your skull open.
Well, it didn't. I didn't have like it didn't crack the bone. It just like my skin.
Okay.
Here. It's like there's like a
See,
scar.
for me, my incident regarding that was like it was recess and we were at the playground.
Actually, never broken a bone.
I was at the top of the swirly slide that was like I don't know how tall it was, and quite frankly, it doesn't really matter. But it was pretty tall, and some kid pushed me off the side of it, and I fell face first into gravel.
What the fuck?
Yeah, surprisingly, no concussions.
Okay.
Not like, well, like obviously there's like a bit of bleeding, but like nothing severe besides that. I'll know what happened. I haven't had any severe head injuries or like concussions, and I think my skull is just thick.
Maybe that's the case. I haven't had any like minor. I haven't had like really any playground injuries. Actually, I was very careful. I've still never broken any of my bones. I hope to keep it that way, though.
Yeah, I haven't broken bones either.
Though, like the only two things I remember playground related that just like made me like feel weird is there's this like I've definitely like fallen on like mulch on the playground and gotten like a couple splinters that were annoying to fucking remove.
Dude, them having wood chips as just the base of playgrounds is fucking crazy to think about.
It's either wood chips or rocks.
Like it's
like
all not, and excuse my buzzword, chat. They're all edges. There's no like soft parts of them. It's all like wood chips.
Yeah.
Like, what are you gonna land on that is like safe? And then you get up and your entire back is like now covered, and that's like irremovable.
Oh yeah, it's
You
like
can't do
covered in
anything about
shit.
it.
Like it's
Yeah.
just not good. And then the other times, like whenever I go down like the plastic like slides or whatever, like you just get whenever I had shorts on, just so much static electricity, man. There's like so much static. Like I was getting zapped and shit going down those.
Hold on.
Oh yeah, no, I understand that 100%.
Let me see if I can still do this to this day. Hold on.
There's I did find amongst the rocks at my like at my playground, I did find a fossil there. Which was interesting.
Oh, that's cool.
Seeing as that place is like in the most suburban area of all time. All right, he's doing a static electricity trick.
This isn't visible at all, is it?
No, it's not.
It's static.
I
don't. There's not like.
Like you
Imagine
just
if
showed
like
you showed everyone the 4th grade like science trick.
My
just
hair is very, very, very staticky at all times.
Imagine if Badgoblin just had like a balloon off frame and he just started rubbing that shit on his head.
No, it would be really funny if he just
red magnet with gray ends.
The thing is, if he just turns his head, you'll see the giant red balloon that's been on the back of his head this entire episode.
Imagine.
Imagine.
Whoa.
To the goober.
Big fan of that guy.
I got those goobers.
I have fucking nothing in here.
Actually, real quick.
Like here, this is all I have.
I've got this motherfucker in the distance.
This is all I fucking have, dude. I fucking love that thing.
Okay, but that does go hard.
Fucking debating bucket.
Jameson just said, "What the fuck?" to me. Let's face it. Don-chan is a taiko drum. What do you do with a taiko drum? You bash its face.
Oh, kind of true.
But you know what else is there? We
No, oh yeah. There's one last thing. There's like the first sub 14 and 40 line happened.
Yeah, that was Fortisons, right?
Did Fortisum do it? It wasn't the record where he like called out
Oh,
furry
oh my god,
in
that
the
was so
tweet. By the way, tweet of the year in the stackies right there. Okay,
like
they're probably not gonna let it win, but I mean, let's just be honest.
The cult classic.
share the
I find it very funny that Furry was like cheating to get like the level of talent that Fort has, but not only that, while that's now happening, Fort is getting records on like iPad in the cafeteria.
Yeah, like it's an
like,
iPad on like the Belkin fucking keyboard.
Yep.
Look at those arrow keys, dude. They're fucking shit. The language is in Korean on the like iPad Mini. And they tagged furry in this tweet. That's just fucking hilarious. Alright, I don't think people should like harass furry for what they did back in the day, but it was obviously very shitty. And this like I like how this is technically just a fucking call out post on your achievement. 400 likes on this bad boy. That's heat.
paying
God
furries.
damn.
That's too true.
It's a good picture.
That's a
right
good
there.
reaction.
Yeah, I'm gonna like that. I don't even know how to describe this to an audio listener. It's just a good reaction. Look it up.
Yeah, that was. I mean, yeah, that was a huge report. That was a huge milestone.
Yeah, absolutely. It was just a congrats to Fort. Glad it was on Gestures and not Tetrio, kind of low key. The OG kind of big sprinter client.
Yeah.
What's there's a new Tetrio record that I think was set as well. Like there's a new Tetrio specific record. Let me see if I can pull
There
that
might
up.
have been a new Blitz. I know that there's been several Blitz. There's like
There's
like
one at Westell set.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, it was a blitz. I think it was the first 2 million by RTX. I don't know how you say.
Oh
this.
yeah. RTX Isle got like 3 Blitz world records in a row in like 2 days, which was wild. Actually,
Yeah, so
congrats.
the first 2 million was done 36 days ago, which I don't think we talked about in the show. And then there was a slight improvement, and then afterwards the first 2.1 was achieved. So it's pretty cool.
Mhm.
And oh, news that just happened. I don't even know. Badgoblin might even know about this. Jaden like fucked up the Western PBT world record. Like fucked it up. It went from like a low 31 to this 30.4 right here.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing
Okay.
this.
And then it's now 30.05. This is like right after that. Like this is fucking heat. Like a few, like I think even just close to a year ago, like 32 was the big talking point in this game, and now we almost have like a Western player with sub 30 in that game. I think there are only a couple other people in the world who have that, so that's fucking massive. Big Jaden W as always. She's just a big sprinter, cracking 2D limit sprint.
How fast is the ARR in Puyo?
It's just guideline tuning.
Yeah. Might
Also,
be slower
saying
actually.
ARR and Puyo Puyo is like very funny to me. Like you're leaving out the Tetris part of that, and that's just like not how that works.
Me and my friend were playing a lot of we were playing a lot of PPT2 last night because we had to pass the time. And it was
because
some
we
of the
had
most
to pass it because there wasn't
Okay,
anything
actually,
else.
no, you're not aware of this, but like last night after Super Streamer Lobby, I had to immediately leave because I had signed up to do a charity thing on campus, and it went from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. So I was like up all night on campus, like doing this stuff, and me and my friend were like, we're gonna have PPT2 set up and some other puzzle games on the Wii. And yeah, no, we were just playing Puyo Puyo the entire time, and it was it was scuffed, but it was also really fun. And I was like half tired, and I still don't know how to play Puyo Puyo.
Yeah, also that new Puyo game came out this week.
Yeah, it looks really fun, but I don't have an Apple device.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, this is on Apple devices?
Apple
Yeah,
Arcade.
so
Puyo?
it's a Puyo Puyo Puzzle Pop. It's an Apple Arcade exclusive because Sega can't make enough money from sales on a Puyo-only game in the West.
Sadly.
So that shit is exclusive. If you want Puyo games on more devices, tell your friends to play that shit on Apple Arcade so they realize it gets traffic. For real.
Does Apple Arcade like have games? I genuinely don't know.
Yeah, it has.
I
it has
I can't
games.
decide if it has a catalog.
Yeah, I think they're trying to invest to it like Microsoft did in Game Pass, which is
That's what I'm
obviously
thinking,
why
but I
it's
can't
just-
think of one notable like title.
Yeah, it's
that
because
they
it's all
picked up
mobile
for it.
games.
Yeah.
Apple Arcade has Tycho. A lot of things have Tycho though.
I think like you can get like discounted BTD6 on it, or like something.
have-
Like I think that's on it. There's Tetris Beat, cult classic.
Don't even get
Oh,
me
I
started
forgot
on
about Tetris
Beat.
Beat.
Don't even get me started
I
on
forgot about
Tetris
that
Beat.
shit, man. Oh goodness,
That
gross.
game upsets me so viscerally.
You're not a fan?
It is such a good concept executed in truly the worst
It's so,
possible
it was so
fucking
funny,
way.
dude. It was so funny when Tetris Beat got announced because a bunch of people in the enhanced Discord were like, "Oh, they ripped off Tetris Effect." Tetris Effect isn't a rhythm game.
No, that is truly a rhythm game.
It's
I
not
would
even
so
a rhythm
much
game. There's
rather
no
watch-
rhythmic element to it. Unless
I
you're
would-
talking about connected mode where you have to revive yourself. That doesn't count.
No, I'm talking about Tetris Beat. That's
Tetris
easy.
Tetris Beat's just
I would so much rather watch Diao or Doremi or Wumbo play T99 to the beat any day of the week than I would watch fucking Tetris
T99 to
Beat.
the Beat's actually heat though.
Yes, that's
it's
what
one
I'm
of the
saying.
it's one of the
And they
biggest
made it-
videos of all time.
Dude, how is that better than Tetris Beat? Tetris Beat has one job and it's to be better than that, and it's worse. It's fucking anyway. I don't like Beat.
Company.
Yeah, true. Listen, all right, the Tetris Company podcast. You know, they could do no work.
The
and give us
Tetris
a check.
podcast didn't even come out. It was supposed to come out last fall.
Listen, they just gotta give us a check, and then they would have fulfilled their promise. We're the Tetris podcast.
Just play, yeah.
I think
I
if
don't
we
even
get
know
sent
what
a check by
Veterans is.
TTC, we do an episode on it and then send it back to
There's
them.
a video I saw. It's been going around, but it is just basically you. It is basically you play Tetris. You play Tetris beats as like to the beat of music,
Bro, imagine if we had
and
to
it
do...
actually like grades you.
Oh, that's interesting. Oh, now that you mention it, I've seen it on like one video. I didn't watch it, but it's like in the recommended. Imagine if we had to do like
Every
ad
time.
reads for Tetris.com every episode of the vodcast.
If I had to do that, I swear to. Well, I mean, I do it, but obviously for money. Like right now, no, I wouldn't fucking do that shit.
Well, yeah, obviously we do it for money. Why would we do it for money? Like, why would we give the Tetris Company free promotion?
I mean, we kind of are by mentioning all of this shit.
We're actively slandering them, if anything.
Yeah, but any publicity is good publicity.
Maybe in their eyes, but I don't necessarily agree. I mean, listen, there are some Minecraft content creators recently that have been getting a lot of publicity, and I don't think it's very good. Okay, so
Shoutouts to. I don't know enough Minecraft.
Bro,
probably better that you don't know them. I don't think I should name any of them on our fucking show.
I-
Shoutouts
call
to,
it a
and then I
Minecraft.
couldn't think of any.
The only ones you can think of are ones who
I
already
don't know.
retired.
It's like, is Dream in controversy? Probably. He's always up to
I mean,
something.
when
Yeah,
is Dream not in
literally all the
controversy?
controversy is around Dream and his cronies. Like, all of it.
Exactly.
There's
He's
a-
never not.
There are quite a few people who have stepped away from associating with Dream, and I respect that. But I don't think we should be going into that kind of tea here. That's
who's
Yeah,
not.
all
fucking
I'm saying
holding
is if, like, a
strong in the
Minecraft
Minecraft
content
scene?
creator...
Skeppy. of all people, is still holding strong. I watched that channel like years ago,
That's
and I
kind of
checked in, and he apparently hasn't committed any pedophilia or serious offenses yet. So good job, Skeppy. Keep up the great work.
I like how we have to congratulate this because of the incredibly low standards of Minecraft commentators and whatever.
Unrelated. Shout out to the Smash community. Anyway.
Oh my god, there was a tweet. There was
No.
a tweet that went out. I'm gonna have to like scroll way back in like my friend group chat because we're talking about it. And it was talking about how oh my god.
One
was
of the
talking about,
funniest
like,
video clips.
Farting in the middle of a tournament and having that okay,
Oh
here it is.
yeah.
Yeah, it's just, hey, TOs, real question. If someone farts during bracket intentionally to throw someone off, would you DQ them for that?
Oh, we discussed this. There was discussion of this in a server with myself and Ads and Willie. My take on this is that single instance, no. For 2 reasons. Reason number 1, that's hilarious conceptually. And at maximum, unless they have planned something for this, is affecting like half of one game. So at that point, win the rest of the set.
Yeah,
2,
yeah, that's true. I'd be laughing.
You
I'd
risk
enjoy it.
shitting yourself, and this is the real reason. You want to try to normalize this strategy, you will shit yourself eventually.
It's true.
And that alone will make it worth having it legal for all of the times that you don't. Because not only after that will you not use that strategy, you will never attend one of my tournaments ever again.
Yeah, don't ban them for
reasons,
farting in the
it should
middle
be
of the set.
legal.
Ban them for shitting themselves.
I'm just gonna ban them. They're not coming back. You're
Yeah, they
telling
won't
me you're
come
gonna
back
shit
anyway.
yourself in tournament and come back to the venue the next
Imagine
week?
making
Hell
a
no.
public statement saying you banned someone from your land because they shat
All I'm
themselves.
saying is, dude, I hope that the person using that strategy was called Jack the Ripper, dude. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I
All
hope
I'm
they're called
saying
Jack the
is-
Ripper.
If you shit yourself mid tournament and your opponent beats you and your opponent just gets shit on, you just have to hold that.
That's also great.
Some of these replies are really like funny. First one is Wario mains need to be stopped.
Oh my god.
Master outplay on their part, TBH. Hard to prove it's intentional through unless stated by the user.
That's also
stated
true.
it.
How do you prove
smelt it.
intentionality on farting?
They stated it, and then someone responded with, "They smelt it."
Therefore,
And one of them says, "No, if they blow the QTE, they shit themselves." So there's counterplay.
see, I'm cooking. I'm cooking. I've been saying it should be legal from day one.
Yelling smokescreen and then ripping atomic ass is actually how my... Okay.
Yelling smoke's great. Oh.
Right,
Oh.
Gotta say, I understand having gas problem, but like, god fucking... Jeez, dude. What has this episode become?
It's probably one of the most diverse and discussion episodes of the podcast we've ever had.
That's true. That is true.
So shoutouts to that. We have anything else
shout
we
out
want
to
to
us
cover
not
for
having-
today? I think we've done all of our community catch up.
For the most part, yeah, I think so.
Oh, I'll give an update just for the sake of communication to those of you who are expecting a Tetris Survivor 2 thing on April 1st. That is still happening, but I have been sick past few weeks.
I was
So,
actually going to ask about that. I don't remember. I didn't
that,
remember
that
anything.
is
actually
happening. It just got delayed because I'm dying over it. But we got
Look
stuff
at
in
these
the works.
two. Look at these people left and right of me, like just fucked with sickness.
I'm decrepit, okay? Let me be. Damn. I'm chronic as hell.
I'm like, I'm willing to excuse some stuff, like fucking Crohn's disease. That's fucked.
You know, sickness in-depth look. My parents and I are starting to get worried that I might be sick because my medication doesn't work anymore. Because I got a reinduction, which means that they took me into the hospital an extra bonus round in between my normal cycle to give me more of the doses. And we've done that twice now, and it's not better.
That's not.
So
That's
unless
not
it
good.
improves soon,
What the? Okay, that's a bit.
Yeah, let's hope that improves. So that's
Yeah. Hoping the best.
So thoughts for your
Um,
boy.
ooh,
But yeah,
also I have
me-
another update which isn't morbid. Also this year at some point. Ooh, how much of this do I want to leak?
How much do you want to leak?
Also this year at some point you can expect the launch of a new cross-org collaborative tournament series, possibly featuring some special guests you may not expect.
Special guests that you may not expect. Interesting. You're really planting this teaser deep.
This is That's extremely vague.
Well, I will say the first tournament in the series has been known for a while and was a Rescue Royale donation sent.
Speaking of
That's all I'm
Rescue
gonna say.
Royale donation incentives,
Dude.
No, Jameson, we're not getting Jay-Z in the tournament series. I'm sorry.
How
we
come
may
I still
not
hear
have
about
been
this guy every
book-smart,
week? Like every
but
week I
we-
hear about Jay-Z.
We also sure aren't money smart. I have no funding, and it makes me more.
are
depressed,
any of us book smart or money smart?
I'd consider myself. You know what? No, I'd consider myself money smart. I'm just money smart from a place of disadvantage. There we go.
Fair enough.
If I had money, let me tell you,
Whew.
I'd be smart.
God's no, I think I'm very adequate at books and money. I'll put it
Yeah.
that way. Have definitely been procrastinating taxes though.
Bro, that shit's due in a week.
Well, here I'll tell you. All right, TurboTax is fucked my shit up. Okay, so I have
Is
to
the
redo
governmental
my
tool
shit.
out yet? I know they're gonna release one.
No, it's not out yet. And I'm self-employed, so they probably aren't gonna release it for poor old me. They'll probably release it for the
Damn.
normal job havers, which is not me. Hey, sub to the Twitch. You know what I'm saying?
You know what you need?
My
you
mom
need
told me to
do
just give me-
the- Azura played it. The like tax dating.
Oh, what, like the
sim?
anime tax
Oh,
game?
yeah.
That's
Oh
what you
yeah,
gotta
no, I know
do.
what you're talking about.
I'm
The-
so.
do your
like,
taxes
have we
the
confirmed
end.
that thing does not like farm your SSN and like ship it?
It doesn't, because you don't put any actual information in it.
Oh, it
Like,
asks
Azura
you for
fully
the stuff
streamed that
other than
game.
it.
So, yeah.
You know, maybe we'll do that. Maybe that's a stream. Who knows?
I just remember my mom asked me. My mom just told me to give her all my tax forms, and then she would just have, like, her CPA file it. So I just did that, and I haven't had to deal with anything so far.
God, I wish I had a fucking CPA,
He's
dude.
cheating.
You know how
He's
easy
cheating,
life would
ban
be if
him
I had a
now.
CPA, dude?
My parents are self-employed, so
Yeah, they probably know the struggle. My parents are not self-employed. My parents are employed by fucking someone else. All of them. Every single one of them.
Damn.
Including the
remember to do your
step-parents.
taxes. They're due April 15th.
Yeah, it's true. I'm really like biting nails on this one.
You can see them flying off his fingers, like a cartoon.
But yeah.
I think that
Any
pretty
other
much covers it.
topics?
Yeah, I think we are I think we've covered everything. A nice little hour 20er. The VODcast. We're slowly but surely.
Podcast running on time twice in a row.
We're slowly managing our episode length.
That's what I'm saying.
But not our weekly consistency of the show.
You can only have one or the other. Let's not get
we're either having like weekly 4-hour episodes rambling, or you get like the twice a month on a random day. You know,
the only thing we can keep consistent is the fact that School Idol Festival 2 will be brought up.
Yeah, like every time.
Yeah, well,
every
that's
time
not
without
the
fail.
only thing we can keep consistent. We can keep one other thing consistent.
Oh no. Are we? We're wrapping it up now, aren't we?
I think we are.
Well then, I guess
real quick,
there's only one thing left
Actually,
to
real
say.
quick, enjoy the eclipse tomorrow if you're in the path of totality.
Also true. Shout out to my New Yorkers.
Real.
Yeah, I'm watching that shit from my backyard. It's gonna be supreme.
You need the glasses. Though.
I think
Do
so.
not watch that with your eyes.
Don't look into it directly with your
I
eyes.
have the NASA certified. Make sure your shit's NASA certified as well if you have viewing glasses. Get your NASA certified shit.
I know Salted Bread is in my current town because his brother is also here and he wanted to watch the eclipse with him. So I might run into him tomorrow at some point.
But yeah, I'm gonna be enjoying that eclipse. It'll be a good time.
Yeah, enjoy it if you can. If not, sorry.
Yeah. Rip, I suppose. But all right. Oh yeah, and before you leave, make sure to sub to the channel if you haven't already, because every week this is the only place where you're gonna be able to see this podcast. Also, leave a like on the episode. More people can see.
Edge on Twitter.
I guess you can follow me on Twitter too. Follow Commando on Twitter. Badgoblin doesn't have that shit. But now I guess just join the Infinite Finesse server. That's Badgoblin Social.
You want to come support me? Play in my tournaments.
True.
But yeah. I guess,
but as a result, you're gonna be supporting this next gag.
Yep.
Look, it's no gag. I just have to say to all of our loyal viewers at home, once again, thank you for watching the
VODcast. See y'all next time.
God.
Every single fucking week.